full-time MMA?
MMA.
Nothing else?
My life, man, yeah.
Or is this full-time MMA now?
I love full-time MMA right now.
Back to the daily grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and hook your boy up with a like if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Justin Gaethje, the immortal, is coming through. Man, this guy, he's a favorite already. He's only got one fight in UFC, but he's undefeated. 18 fights, I believe, in a row. He's coming over from the World Series of Fighting, and he fought Michael Johnson in the potential fight of the year in his first fight in the UFC. It was a great fight. If you missed it, you missed out. But he's coming out now, and now that he's in the top 5 of the UFC lightweight division, and he's talking a little bit of trash because he's probably going to be seeing a little bit of these guys. And one of his targets is Tony Ferguson. Justin Gaethje is going to be fighting Eddie Alvarez next, because right now they're currently on the Ultimate Fighter and they're the coaches, so they're going to fight in the Ultimate Fighter finale. But there was a UFC poll, and the question was asked. Let me get the exact question. They said, who would win, Tony Ferguson or Justin Gaethje? And the response was 54% Tony Ferguson, 46% Justin Gaethje. Almost a toss-up. It would be a hell of a fight, I'll tell you that much, just from Justin Gaethje's fight with Michael Johnson and everything he said. Man, Justin Gaethje's that dude. He said, I'm either getting knocked out or I'm knocking somebody out. He's got leg kicks out of this fucking world. He'll knock your leg out from under you or knock you out, period. So he said when he responded to that poll, he seen he was losing by a little bit, and he said, we better watch out for that ankle pick. Yo. Yo. He said we better watch out for that ankle pick, because if you remember, Tony Ferguson and big-ass heavyweight Fabricio Verdum almost got into a physical altercation at the UFC 216 press lunch. And he said, man, I'll ankle pick you, motherfucker. Talking to big-ass Fabricio, I guess that's what he would do if someone's way bigger than him. Oh, damn. And you remember he hit Tony Ferguson hit Kevin Lee with the, how did you feel when you got DDT'd on the mat? This is another situation. That's what this reminds me of. He's like, I better watch out for that ankle pick. Kevin Lee was like, what's a DDT? Justin Gaethje's kind of saying, what's an ankle pick? Oh, it's funny. It reminds me of that. But anyways, Justin Gaethje continued to say, I would break his fucking legs talking about Tony Ferguson. You know, Tony Ferguson is like a more, I don't want to say lanky, but he's a lengthier fighter. You know, he's tall for the lightweight division. He's got a long style, but Tony Ferguson got wind of Justin Gaethje's fucking, you know, Justin Gaethje's firing a little bit of shots. Tony Ferguson, he had a fucking response, and so maybe we'll see this fight. Who knows? Tony Ferguson said, go for it. I'll end your career, you fake fucker. Quit trying to be relevant. More respect for the up-and-coming fighters being real. So Tony Ferguson doesn't respect Justin Gaethje's call out, but I mean, it doesn't matter if Tony Ferguson respects it. Tony Ferguson also was telling Kevin Lee, you got a little more work to do before you fight me, and now look who he's fighting. So El Cucui's getting called out by a lot of these up-and-comers, but El Cucui's on a 9-fight win streak, maybe 10-fight win streak, and if he beats Kevin Lee, he might fight Conor McGregor next. A lot of people got Tony Ferguson fucked up. I do believe Tony Ferguson's a little underrated out here, man. I just did my top 5 most underrated list. Tony Ferguson might be at number 6, because even though he's on a lot of people's radar at this point, he gets disrespected a little bit out here. But it is what it is, man. Let the haters know what the fuck you talking about in the comments. I'm out. Don't you get sick of all these fucking password strength requirements? You gotta put in a symbol and a number and a letter and then a capital letter and then 2 more numbers followed by 3 symbols? It's fucking crazy. And it still tells you it's not secure enough. But then you wanna go to an ATM or a cash machine and then 1, 2, 3, 4, here's $1,000.
Bye, Felicia.